Really getting loose on a couple of these hooks, Ross.
Yeah, she was sort of forced to paddle over the first 3 or 4 waves, like Strider said. She was just a touch too deep, and then this wave was just waiting for her. And lucky for her, it was the best one. It stayed open, and that's what happens on this westerly direction. When you get a big wave, it's going to reward you with 3 or 4 sections, and she went through a couple real nice slices. Big carves there. You can see that short board definitely a little loose off the bottom, but once she gets through the bottom turn, she's rewarded with a really loose snap. And like you were saying, Rosie, she's got a great technique. She reminds me a little bit of Coco Ho.
We'll take another look at this wave for Alonso Correa.
Kind of a dream, too. It was a smaller wave, so he didn't have like excess power to deal with. Really sharp off the bottom. 2 snaps, lots of spray. Third one was by far the money turn there. Just kicked the fins and the tail block out the back.
And he was just in attack mode, and to see that from the water was just incredible. How he just technically came off the bottom, placed the board in the lip, and had to push as hard as he could to get back down into it before that thing swallowed him up, and then get in front of it for another attack. That was incredible surfing, and for me, that was the best wave of the heat.
Eli Hanneman, good friend right behind Shion, and he's got a gem of a slice of ocean here at Haleiwa with a couple of beautiful carves for Eli Hanneman. Double pumping off the bottom, aggressive turn over there, gets the board back under his feet, and looking at the judges' tower like giving me a number. Shion Crawford takes a look at this one. Here we go with Crawford. Swooping carve, throwing a bunch of spray, back up in the lip, layback hack, throwing the fins, showing some power. Shion. Take a look at this replay, Ross.
Take a look at his body language. He really just sort of freaks out when he goes through a carve. He gets so much torque, and that tail side was really gnarly too. That was a big section. Not an easy layback section, but Shion, again, he just overpowers Haleiwa. Again, really whippy carve there. A lot of spray, a lot of power, and that was critical. I mean, that's the kind of lip line that you normally float and project.
Like Sally Fitzgibbons. Get back to that in a moment. How'd you like those backhand turns from Zoe, Gabby?
Those were super good. Those are really critical. She has an amazing backhand, and it's really cool to watch the backsiders out here at Haleiwa.
And how quick she got to that big section. Ramsey officially qualifying for the tour earlier today. And during the break, Makua, we got things started with Imaikalani deVault.
Look at that slam. I mean, the first one was electric. That second one, he just laid it all on the line.
Big guy, powerful surfing, Rosie.
I didn't even recognize him with his haircut. That's so funny. But wow, just he also looks like he's put on a lot of muscle, but obviously been training really hard, and that training paying off, a lot of quad strength and core strength coming into play there.
Out the back, and Jordan Lawler, who's not out of this heat as well. Look, cleaner wave here, smooth face. And he's putting a lot more grunt into these turns. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of spray. And that's right away. It looks much better than Ian Gentille's wave. So
sure is. It does not change his situation, but the other 2 surfers may have with Ethan Ewing now. 4th wave of the set. Gliding through. Snapping. Flowing. Big spray towards the end. Punching the lip. Kicking out the back foot. Ethan Ewing is going to change the situation.
I'm like, yeah, that was gnarly. That was the best surf wave of the event, hands down, in my opinion.
The judges expecting a lot, and they got a lot.
Yeah, it's all about comparisons. That's the main thing.
Ribeiro uses his priority. Good looking wave here. Powers through that first turn. Jams it up back into the lip again. Huge gaff to finish off.
Keanu missed out on Snapper and Manly, and then ended up heading to South Africa, turning a huge result in the Challenger Series. As we look at the roll-in now, John Florence, big layback hack, nails that one. Here comes the wind-up, extended top turn, perfect transition into the pit, still traveling. Florence gets the exit. Off the bottom and off the top, and shuts this one down. What a special human, an incredible surfer that sees things that nobody else can. Coming close to the landing on about 3 of them in this heat. John doing that classic down carve wrap, speeding down the line, big layback, power gouge. Lays it down one more time right by Keanu, and somehow still riding away. That turn looked impossible, and he was able to ride out with control. The magician doing what he does best. Welcome back to the Jersey, John.
Kanoa Igarashi on point here. Beautiful rail work again. Gets early there for the layback hack and successful. Just mature, tuned surfing by Kanoa Igarashi. Yeah, stay up, everyone in France. It's about 2 a.m. over there right now. You want to stay up for another 7 minutes to see what happens.
That's dinner time in France.
Big hook from Kaui Vaast. And Kaui comes around the corner again. Another searing turn. Can he hang on? And he does so. Big surfing from the Tahitian.
And how it pushes, they push each other, and that level just rises, and this little frothiness really pushes each other surfing.
Well, backhand wrap for Ryan Callinan. Sweeping off the top again. Quick transition to the lip. Free falls and comes down with it. We see him all the time do that at Big Margaret River, where he's been into the 9s. There was no transition there. Willingness to free fall down to the flats. That's going to be a big score.
This happened during the break, Ross. Kanoa Igarashi, excellent surfing.
Yeah, and Kanoa is dial-a-bomb, and the kid's got such good awareness in the water. 2 really big moves and a wave well overhead. Look how much that wave is towering over Kanoa's head right there. Nice layback power move for Kanoa. And he kind of waited off the bottom for a little while. A couple little, like, 2-stage bottom turns, but he judged it well.
These boards are glassed with 4-ounce fiberglass. This is the second wave for Kanoa Igarashi on this replay.
Oh, man. Great. Classic Kanoa Igarashi tail slide right there at 2. So, wow, he's got a pair of 8s right now. Insane.
Yeah. Here we go. Replay. Just enjoy it. Incredible surfing from Kanoa Igarashi. Just a lot of confidence in his maneuvers and high-risk maneuvers and the completion.
That's pretty cool.
But it was this first maneuver for me. Jesse, take us through it.
Yeah, what's so impressive about John is just when the waves get so big and solid, like everyone's trying to wipe off speed and he's just generating more speed. So that's what makes him go from a carve that extended straight into like a perfect bottom turn into a barrel. Like, I don't think many people would have done that, you know?
So deep on that pit as well. And it's just so refreshing when it's something you haven't seen all day.
I mean, he got barreled yesterday, but this is just a notch above that, especially this maneuver. I feel like that bottom turn, the way that it set him up, coming from behind that peak and then tucked under that lip. I mean, it wasn't a wide open barrel. He really had to position himself properly and stay in that top third and have that speed to come out like that.
Moved to Huntington Beach for his parents from Japan, were to create a pro surfer. He didn't even know that when he was a little kid. But look where he is today, 25 years of age, finished number 5 in the world last year. Kanoa lays into that first section off the top, setting up a big down carve, holding that rail in transition, and he is looking to shut it down. Effective. Kaui Vaast 3.67, and Ryan just up and down, so Callinan needs more. The man from Meriwether Beach stretching this out, thinking about getting tubed deep in it. Ryan comes out into daylight. Big fan on the backhand. Goes straight up again. Setting up another big vertical. Are you kidding me?
That got some good audible from the competitors area. That was rad. And because some people are not as comfortable at pipeline, that puts an emphasis on it.
Rolling into this one is Ryan Callinan, trying to improve on a 7.33. Already has a 16.5 combined total. Throwing down a nice vertical over the whitewater. The Australian drills it again. Nice read as that wave opened up underneath him. Can he shut it down? Throw fins into reverse. He was doing that move when he was just a little kid. Cool to see him just switch gears. He certainly is. Now to John's wave.
This, I mean, just sit back and enjoy the vision of John going to work. For me, this second turn, beautiful. But this third turn was something so insane. I mean, there really wasn't much pushback from that wave. John had to kind of talk it around, all with that body strength, and just shows how he can trust that rail. He absolutely obliterates this wave. Definitely that third turn for me was my favorite of these three. That one right there too. I mean, wow, it's like really choosing a favorite child on this wave.
Oh my goodness. brilliant performances in Pipe and Sunset as we look at this wave.
Yeah, the variety for me from Kanoa on this wave was just so fun to watch. He had to mix it up. He had to stick to his strengths, kind of belts that lip, comes out of it, free flow into that next turn, throws that tail out. Every turn he's really trying to make a big statement. Yeah, Reyna's been looking after Eve all event long.
And in a good position for this wall is Sophie McCulloch in a must-win situation. Nice clean first turn. Harder bottom turn, great carve. Sophie's looking to crush the end section. She does that incredibly well. She's in third. Teresa's dropped to fourth. Uh-oh, here comes Bettylou. Hammers it. Hard off the bottom again, drills it. Solid two-turn combo. That was right in front of Teresa. Her family is loving it. That was the combination she was waiting for.